So,
Now you know my stress.
yeah, but you've done this enough by now.
We all
All
had to
right.
start somewhere.
My note won't open. It's right here. It's already open. Okay. To set the scene, it is very late October. It's fucking freezing because it's Massachusetts in the mountains. Uh, all the leaves have already fallen because it's sad and depressing. Uh, we start with a bus because most vehicles are not prohibited to go this deep into the mountains because it's very dangerous and very unadvised. And it's like just a regular school bus and it's rolling up to Stillwater. Stillwater stands tall, nestled against like a plateau in like the middle of this really tall mountain. The facility itself is not the largest of its kind, but it's not nothing to sniff at. It's a two-story building made of white brick, and I'm going to post a picture in general of my Sims recreation. Um,
Sims nice.
um,
It's a quick way to build a building.
Oh no. I'm all
it
powerful. All
it
power
was
to you
not
for it.
quick. It was not quick. Um, so it's a
Nice.
two-story building made of
Oh,
white
that's
brick.
cool.
At first glance, the entrance looks pleasant enough, and there's like a million windows all over the place. The roof over the lobby and the two adjacent rooms on it is made of glass. Um, there's a big pond that is visible from the road. I'm just gonna send all of the pictures I
I
have to
love
my.
how the map you put before, where you called it Baymax, it just looks like a buff android symbol to me.
I know, completely accidental. Um, So yeah, there's a big
Oh
pond to
wow.
the right of the entryway, but it's stagnant and it reeks of rotten fish and there's so many bugs even in the cold. Um and all of the foliage in the yard is equally dead, like even more than would be expected for fall. It like looks like it's been dead for a long time. It's just a complete state of neglect. And looking closer at the building, there's like cracks everywhere. There's ivy that's like breaking out into the different brick patterns. And it's easy to see how this would have been a really nice, beautiful place when it was built 100 years ago. They didn't keep up with it.
Okay.
So the bus pulls up to the stop and it lets off three of our four investigators. So let me see. 1, 2. Johnny's 3, 4. And Molly is 5, 6. Johnny, would you like to introduce your character first?
So as I come off the bus, not really touching anything because my god, the conditions of this bus. I am wearing a kind of well-fitted pinstripe suit with a cravat, a purple cravat. And as I'm coming off, you see that I am handling a cane with white gloves on, and I am looking at my surroundings. I'm wearing a bowler hat, and I'm looking at my surroundings with a handkerchief pressed to my mouth as I'm like, I'm getting paid for this, but I don't. This is not starting out well. As I just kind of step to the side and wait for somebody to gather bags, but then realize that nobody is going to, so I go back into the bus and come back out with a briefcase.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna ask the bus driver to unload.
She she's like a big woman, and she's like just so beyond done with everything. She just like sees that he's like about to ask, and she's like, nah.
And
I will
and
shut the doors.
and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so the podunks. Anyway,
It really is. You are miles from the nearest civilization.
like
Next off the
it will take a while for me to take the handkerchief down from my face as I'm just looking at all of this egregiousness, and then I just do a double take at the pond.
it really
As
is.
I I'm is the front of the bus face towards the pond or away from the pond?
I think the door lets you out facing it.
Okay, so I will like fully walk to the back of the bus to be as far away from the pond as possible. As I'm just like, "Grr."
I love it. Next
Anyway,
off the bus is
I keep muting myself on accident. Hi. So next you see step off is a younger woman. She is very like all of her her clothes are very fine, uh, very obviously wealthy in that regard. I do have a picture of a thing I created. I'll post in the general. She has kind of mid to long brown hair that she typically wears kind of off to the side. Um, it's taking a minute to post because it's through my phone. There it is. Um, but she typically wears it off to the one side. Has all the different bangs and curls going on. But her attire is very fancy. And then she's picture's a little deceiving. She's actually wearing a like long gray dress with like black lacing as like the accents and decorations for it. And she, like you would expect when you look at her, very much so is she's hurrying. She wants to get this done with. She is here, but not necessarily because she wants to be. So she's stepping off of the bus and almost beelining towards the door.
I honestly didn't realize we were supposed to come in with our own musical accompaniment. I would have I
I'm
would have
kidding.
got something for Cecil. It's whatever. By the way, here's the picture of Cecil.
Cecil. Okay. I will butcher everyone's name.
Ah, yes, and this is Lyra.
Yeah, I saw you posted a picture of Lyra. I'm posting Cecil right now.
Perfect.
53-year-old just really, really done with everything. And can't believe he's out here doing this shit that lower peons should be. I believe this is below my station.
Becca sent you a message.
See what I can do. And then last on the bus is young Lenora.
So, Lenora was in the back of the bus. She was in a window seat, and she kind of had her arms crossed into herself, looking out the window the entire time. She meekly walks off the bus. She has lightish brown with a red tint hair, bangs, longer wavy hair. She has half of her hair tied up, like in a half do, and then she has a choker with a bow. She's wearing an emerald dress, not like a dressy dress, but like a plain everyday wear kind of dress. And she has a belt around her waist. Um, she has a notepad, um, and then her dress does have a pocket for a pen. And she's just looking at the facility and kind of nervously looking over the other guests in the bus, and she'll pass Cecil and say, "Oh, excuse me, sir."
Cecil just kind of looks over her, doesn't say anything, and just like, hmm. As he just kind of like turns away from her so as not to be touched.
And then she'll wonder if she upset him or if he's naturally like this.
Apparently, music stopped because it's unable to play
Oh, damn it.
"Summertime in Brighton."
Boo.
Can you skip to the next one?
Yeah.
While you're
So
doing
next
that, I
is
just want to reconfirm here, like, if we're close to a roll, we can use our luck points to
Fuck it,
force
this thing
it,
makes
right?
you vote to skip. What the hell?
Was it really? I am in charge of you. Just skip it. Okay.
Alright, everybody get on music bot commands. And when she puts the "should I skip again," everybody needs to put yes.
It's all going so well. You quit. Okay. Hang on. He's just like, fuck this.
Just nope.
Chip's like, you're not paying me enough. Fine, I'll go.
I said yes, and instantly he left the chat.
Same, yeah.
Everybody said yes. And it's like, fuck
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I play what I want or don't play what I want. Alright.
Is he going? Did I do it?
Don't hear anything yet.
Nor do I. Here, let me see if I can bring my KQ.FM bot over to your channel. And then I can control it and get you. Continue with the story. I'm gonna work on this.
So there it goes.
Okay.
So you all get off the bus. It's fucking freezing. It's pouring, because of course it is. And like off in the distance, you can hear the beginnings of thunder. So I think it's safe to say everyone kind of rushes in as much as they can. And y'all go inside, and the lobby could be really nice, but like the outside, it's in rather a similar state of disrepair. It's got white marble floors that match the staircase that leads up to the porch to my brain just broke. It's got like white marble floors, but they're fucking filthy. There's 6 benches in there that are bolted to the floor that don't look like they've ever seen a cleaning rag. And it's really sparse in there. There's just a big mirror behind the very large, very square desk that fills up most of the room. And like it takes a minute for anyone to see her because she's very tiny and mousy, and this desk is just so fucking big. But after a minute or two, maybe someone clears their throat. A young woman with let me bring up her description. She's probably in her mid-30s. She's got short curly brown blonde hair like most girls do nowadays. She goes, "Oh, oh my goodness. We got 3 visitors in one. This is crazy. Hi. How can I help you?"
Are you the person in charge here?
No, sir. No, I am Mary. I am the receptionist here at this lovely facility. Is the doctor doesn't like to be disturbed unless it's important. Can I ask who's asking?
My name is Cecil Maxwell. I represent the Sussex Psychologic. Sorry. The Sussex Psychology Consortium. We are here for purposes of inspection as to preside of a purchase. I
She
was
hears
told
the
to meet
word.
the proprietor so as to begin the investigation. And I am somewhat disappointed that he is not here yet to meet me. This will go on the record. And you see him like you see he he sets down his um he sets down his cane hard and actually takes it off to where it's perfectly balanced on the ground. Sets down his notebook and just like flicks his hands. Out of one sleeve comes a notebook, and out of the other sleeve comes a pencil, and he just starts
Oh my
writing,
god.
taking down notes.
This poor girl. She hears the word inspection and her face goes from like, oh my, and she starts like digging through her notes and she's like listening as he's talking, just getting more and more panicked. And she's like,
This
oh
was
my.
scheduled over 3 months ago.
Three-
Hence, and
Oh my god.
She's like, I am so sorry, sir. I am new. I've been here maybe 2 months. And Lyra, this is not the same musty old receptionist who greeted you last time. This girl is like, you can tell she's new because she's got like a fervor for life that nobody in this place ever has.
Okay.
get who's ever in charge now.
Yeah.
Do you need me
Can
to roll something for that?
what would be the equivalent of a deception? No, not such.
Oh, would it be a
Intimidation.
deception?
Well, this
It'd
would
be
be
Intimidation.
persuade,
this
wouldn't
would
it?
be persuade.
That's hard
Or I
persuade.
guess
Or
intimidate.
intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Lenora is secondhand embarrassed.
I'm gonna say this is a full intimidation.
Which I did not choose as a character thing. Alright.
He could
Like,
try.
I'm gonna say you have advantage because you're old and mean and British.
You
old and mean and British, okay.
you have thrown this woman for a loop.
And she's been here a month, so
2 months.
yeah.
Alright, so I am rolling just regular, just percentile dice.
Yep.
So first one was 35.
Okay.
Second one was 79. I do not intimidate this chick.
You can, as a function of Call of Cthulhu, you may spend luck points to make your rolls a success. Or if you like roll a success and want a better success, you can use them for that too.
You know
So-
what? I want I want this to fail, and let me tell you why. Because he puts on bluster, but he puts on bluster, will yell and throw his weight around, but he is like a short guy with short guy syndrome. He's tall, but it's just all bluster, and people
He's
just do not take him seriously.
he's two Napoleons in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Like he acts like he's important, but nobody respects him. So whenever he goes to a new place, he tries to put down like a more intimidating presence. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So she takes a second and she's like, I'm very sorry, sir. You will have to wait a moment. There are 2 other people in this waiting room who need assistance. Once I am done with them, I will see to your needs. And she looks at the 2 ladies in the room. How may I help you, lovely ladies?
Yep. And Lyra is
He's
immediately stepping up.
You're
he's
muted.
he
Wait,
just
no,
go
I have
no, I heard him.
I'm sorry.
Did it? I'm not muted.
No, I
Cecil
muted
just
you.
Uh-oh.
Cecil gives a very like consternation look, and just like even though he feels he's very important, he's used to stepping aside for other people, so he literally steps aside while looking very pissed off about it and continues scribbling notes furiously.
Uh, so yeah, Lyra's gonna step up and immediately be like, "I'm sorry, sweetie. That's I don't know what you have to deal with, but I'm just here to see my father,
And who is your father, ma'am?
Mr. Warren Mahal."
Mr. Mahal? Okay, if you could please sign in on the ledger. And there's a big book that's sitting on the front of the desk. You had to sign it last time you were here. And it's like there's a fountain pen tacked to the counter beside it. And all you gotta do is like sign your name and who you're here to see. Roll a
By the way, the pencil I'm using is one of those ridiculously tiny pencils without the eraser because I never make mistakes.
Well,
There's no insight in this thing. That's for
Oh, there is a thing to use for insight though. I can't remember what it was.
Wouldn't it be psychoanalysis?
It would
I'm
it
gonna
would be psychology.
Yeah.
Psychology?
Roll a psychology check, because there's something.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I do not.
No.
No, nowhere near.
Okay. There's just a pause in her mannerisms that just seems to go over your head, and she sets you to sign in on the ledger, and she turns to Lenora. And you, ma'am, how may I help you?
Hi there. I am actually a student from university. I don't think I'll need the doctor. I just need a quick tour if you have a chance. And she'll smile.
I
If you would
like
also.
student from unnamed university. I am student from university on street.
Yeah, that's me.
And she's too vapid. She doesn't even realize that you're not giving like any identifiable information. She's like, "Yeah, of course. Go ahead and sign in the ledger too, and I will see about getting the doctor for y'all." And she gets up, and you guys realize she's as tall as this desk. She's very tiny, and this is a very big desk. And she goes click clacking through one of the doors and disappears for a few
Oh,
minutes.
wrong channel. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I was putting a GIF that represented Cecil. Continue.
And she's gone for a good 10 or 15 minutes, and uh she eventually does come back, and I actually have to go looking for this description because I didn't write it in my own notes because I'm good at this game.
whose description?
Don't be hard on yourself.
The doc.
Doctor?
So
Hold on.
yeah, I got it. So
Okay.
she comes back with a man in tow, and he is an older guy in his 60s or 70s, easy. He's chrome dome balding. He's still got like that Patrick Stewart fuzz on the side. He's a bit on the bigger side. He has expensive clothes, like a three-piece suit, but on closer inspection, it looks kind of old. Like, he obviously paid a lot for these clothes like 5 or 6 years ago, but he hasn't just gotten new ones since then. And he approaches with like a warm doctor smile that everyone can tell is totally disingenuous. And he's just like, "I understand there's some people here to see me." And he like scans the three of you, and then seeing Cecil's agitation, and then Lenora's like, "I'm just here to learn," and he clears his throat and straightens his really ratty tie, and he goes up to Cecil and holds his hand out for a handshake. "I understand you're here for. I'm sorry, Mary didn't quite catch your intention. You're here for some kind of inspection?"
I am Cecil Maxwell, Chief Inspector for the British Psychology Consortium. We are here to make an inspection as towards the purchase of the estate. However, you have not impressed me so much yet. So, hopefully things will change. What was
Do
your
you
name again?
do you shake his
He,
hand?
he completely ignores it.
So he's like, "Okay," and he folds his hands in front of his stomach, and he goes, "I am Dr. Nathaniel Urbank. I am the director of this facility. I do apologize for my receptionist. She is not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, and she's
Yeah.
rather new.
He
Uh,
he literally looks up at the chandeliers and just writes
there's
down.
like 8 bulbs that are
Oh,
broken."
he just writes down light fixtures need work. Proper lighting not available.
He's like, "Okay. If you would give me just a moment to address the other visitors, I will take you to my office directly."
He is holding his cane in like the crutch of his elbow as he's writing this stuff down.
He's so nonplussed about any of it. He turns
And
to
and I just as I'm still writing stuff down and he says this, I'm just like you
and
didn't expect me to play a dick, did you?
oh no, I absolutely did. I was fully counting on
It's so good.
Woohoo!
it. He turns to the ladies, sees Lyra, and Lyra, you have met Dr. Urbank before, but very briefly. You don't really have any firm impressions on him, but he definitely recognizes you.
Mm.
Pauses on your face, then turns to Lenora and offers his hand to her and says, "And I understand you're a student here looking for a tour."
Yes, that's right. Are you the head psychiatrist here?
I am. I am in charge of the whole facility. I'd be glad to give you a tour if you could offer me just a couple minutes of your time to wait. It's a weird
Oh,
silence.
that's perfectly fine. Thank you.
No
I'd gladly give you a tour Tuesday if you could wait today.
problem. um, and he like takes just a second to kind of like, and he turns to Lyra and offers his hand to her, and he says, "It is very nice to see you again, Miss Mahal. I apologize, I cannot remember your other last name."
Oh, that's all right, dear. It is Mahal Warwick Bellum. So it's a
Quite.
pleasure to see you again, Doctor.
Um, I am afraid, Miss Mahal, that there is a matter which we must speak in private. If I could ask all of you to come to my office for just a moment,
Of
uh,
course.
I can handle all of your situations directly from there.
You see, I pause, reach into my pocket, and take out from a chain a pocket watch. I'm
Oh,
just
he's gonna
looking
set the
at.
timer.
Okay, I guess
Can
that can be worked into the schedule.
That guy sent you a message.
I know is
Oh,
Dr. Urbank is like, please don't worry about your time. We would be glad to put you in accommodation for the night if things don't go as smoothly as you hope. But follow me this way, please, and he will.
At this, he gives like a very disgusted sniff and continues.
I am going to go ahead and put the first map in general because it is on the wall in the hallway right out of the door of the lobby. This is not where my maps are. Hold on. You're in downloads. That's right. Um, so his office is directly attached to the lobby on the right side. It was one of the clear glass rooms with one of the glass ceilings. Excuse me. So he leads the three of you in there, and he starts to go to sit down behind this really big oak desk that has like a red plush chair behind it, and there's various seating in here. There's like 3 couches and like just regular chairs sitting in front of the desk, like 2 of them. He makes to go and sit down behind it, and right after he had shut the door, a woman knocks and doesn't wait for an answer and just rushes in. Uh, and has um she I don't have a description. She's also older. She's like younger than him, but still in the very middle age spectrum. She's like maybe 50, early 60s. Um, she is pointy in every way. She's got a pointy nose, pointy chin, pointy eyes. She looks sharp and inhospitable. And she definitely reeks of 1920s burnt out nurse in a shitty asylum. Like, there's
those two.
no.
She's giving pointy.
She really is. She's even got pointy shoes. She's like holding a chart and she's just talking 100 miles an hour. And she's like, "Dr. Urbank, we need you on the second floor. There's an issue." I apologize. I didn't realize that you would have this visitors. And she's like looking at all of you like, who the fuck are you?
Just a polite
And
smile.
Cecil actually looks at this woman and sees a kindred spirit. so he-
He falls in love
so he's
immediately.
like
On the spot.
competent workforce. Anyway.
she looks
And
at
then he puts a
all
note. He looks at her again and then remembers the receptionist and he just puts next to it only slightly competent workforce.
good 50-50. She pauses, realizing that there's visitors, and she like looks at each of you like a fucking hawk, just dressing you down in just an instant. And she clears her throat, and Dr. Urbank is looking back at her, and he goes, "As you can see, Nurse Hofstetter, I am with visitors. Is this very important?" And she like looks over all three of you again, and she goes, "I'm afraid it is, Doctor. We need you on the second floor right away." And she doesn't like extrapolate or anything, but like the look on her face gives him pause, and he straightens his tie again, takes his own pocket watch out, looks at it, puts it back. "I am very sorry, my esteemed guests. If you could give me just a moment, I will be back as quickly as I can." And he doesn't wait for an answer. He's just out the door and shutting it behind him.
Of all the rude.
Lenora, make a listen check.
Okay. Is it percentile?
Yes.
Uh, 32. How do I use my character sheet for that?
What is the percentage next to your listen?
Look,
Let me see if I can find your message. You don't have listen.
yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
20%.
do. Okay, so you put 50 next to it, so you got a
Oh.
success.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. So like Cecil's over here bitching, and Lenora is like, I'm gonna say she's too far away, but not Lenora, sorry. Lyra is too far away. Lenora just faintly hears the of
Oh, by
of
the
a
way,
lock.
Cecil's still standing. He refused to sit.
That's fine.
He believes those who sit are lazy and worthy of bad things. He hasn't sit since 1916.
Standing or sleeping. No in between.
You stood the whole way on the rickety ass
On the bus.
not even holding a pole because you can't touch them. You're just like, ugh.
I am extremely stable.
You're like your Bender in Futurama. You're just gyroscopic.
Yeah.
But the cane doesn't move. It's propped up. Like he set it up perfectly without it falling.
Oh yeah. I am so well intentioned that the cane I could just set it in the floor and it will stay standing. That's how well balanced I am.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so she heard the door lock.
Was that in the music again?
No, it's in
Yeah.
music. Also,
Yeah.
Becca sent you another
I'm
message. I forgot to ask.
I'm just playing my own music in the background. Don't worry about the music. So we're in the director's office.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lenora just heard the clicking of the lock to the only door in the room. And the windows are very barred.
Okay. Lenora's gonna she heads sit down and then she's gonna look to the door and she's gonna say, uh and then look at the windows.
What? What is it?
I could have sworn I heard him lock the door.
Excuse me. And you see the pencil. By the way, this is a small, like, no eraser pencil, just tiny pencil. You see he stops writing notes, brings his hands to the side, and the pencil and the notebook both slip back up into his sleeves. He goes over and starts jiggling the handle or trying the door. Becca, is there anything I need to do for that?
Um, sorry, you just tried the door?
Yeah, I'm
Or
trying the door, like trying to open the door because she just told me that she
it
believes that it's locked.
it is very locked.
I now am like jiggling and be like banging on the door, like, what is the meaning of this?
Oh no.
I'm a very important inspector. This will be noted negatively on your inspection.
Lenora's gonna sit up and now standing opposite corner of Cecil, arms crossed.
Um, what do I want to have happen?
What do I want to put this douchebag through?
Sent you the screenshot. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think if you will allow Lyra, while this is all happening, is just kind of glancing around the office. If I could do like a spot hidden in any sort.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
A spot hidden.
Yes. That's what I'm doing.
Also, let me know if there's any check I can make to try and force the door open.
I got 25. I got my half.
Would you like to push that to an extreme?
That's a lot of luck points right now.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check, Cecil. Just to
Just
see.
a regular strength check.
Yes, it's a very heavy door, so it's probably gonna need an extreme success.
I have 50 on it, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, so you need a, what, 10?
36.
Okay, so that's not an you bruise your shoulder slightly.
Ow.
Um,
I'm you guys can see pain and I'm like okay, I'm okay. And you see that very like he brings it back jerkily and he's like bang bang bang. Let me out of here.
Lenora will say, "Oh, it's probably by accident. Maybe it's one of those automatic doors. He'll be right back."
I
um,
I look at this and I'm like automatic doors? You don't see that out of the highest halls of society these days, and this place definitely does not have them.
It's probably for our safety, darling.
okay, so Lyra, you got a hard success on your spot hidden, right? Okay, so this isn't a very big room. It just feels it's like a decent sized room, but it feels really cramped because it's an odd shape. And all the furniture in here is massive, and there's like the only full wall in it is just floor to ceiling, just bookshelves. None of them have been touched in years. You can tell by the dust. You're kind of just walking around, just kind of looking at everything.
She's appraising.
Yes. um, on his desk there is like a ledger book of current inmates that just happens to be open to the M page just cuz, it's fun. And you can see that there is no Warren Mahal listed on the
Ooh.
M page.
Oh.
And you can just barely make out beneath the desk is a floorboard that doesn't look exactly like the ones around it. And you may choose to investigate that floorboard if you wish.
Okay, I think she's gonna hold off because she spotted it. There's a difference between seeing and doing. And she has no reason to full-on act yet on it, so she's gonna take note of it. Definitely take note of the fact of a suspiciously missing name. And then just kind of keep her casual peruse around the room.
I'm getting a massive echo from Wyatt.
Oh, it's because we're in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just for a second there, I was picking up you on both.
Yeah.
I don't know if you moved or something.
No. It's hard. We're like 10 feet apart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not
It's a
very far.
struggle.
Continue. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah. You also note there is a book that is not on the shelf, and it's the only book um in the room. It's placed almost purposefully on the end table by the door, and it's got 2 pages bookmarked in it. Um
By the way,
yeah.
I'm now Cecil, at least, is
Mhm.
putting his ear up to the door to see if he can hear anything on the outside.
Make a listen check.
Um, I have a 40 in listen, and
Mhm.
I rolled a 31.
Okay. You can hear it's very muffled because of the door, but you also get the sense that it's far away. You can just barely make out the clicking of the receptionist Mary's heels, and she's just asking right before she leaves earshot. I mean, are you sure this is the wisest move, Doctor? I mean, it's very dangerous. And he, like, clears his throat and says, I am the doctor here. I am in charge. I say this is gonna happen. And
I
right
love
as
all these southern bells in Massachusetts.
it's the Appalachians, leave me alone. um, and it's like the only accent I can do.
Oh no, no, it's okay. I just love the fact that everybody is southern in this.
So, like, you very faintly catch the end of that conversation before you hear of footsteps coming up the way.
I step back 5 feet, but front and center in front of the door with the biggest look of consternation I can put on my face, staring directly at the door.
Uh, Jack, would you like to make a lock picking check?
First, I'm gonna knock on the door. I suggest y'all quiet down.
Who in the blazes?
Oh my god.
Quiet down, you idiot. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
He writes down, called me an idiot.
Staff is extremely
That
rude.
is a 5. That is a
5?
5. When
That
my
is an
locksmithing is 61, 30, 15.
yeah, that's an extreme success. The door just pops right open, and you
Uh,
all see Jack.
Jack is sorry, let me actually find my character description of his happy little ass, because I actually fucking blanked. I've got the image. I'll share that real quick. But he looks to be around 40, 50. He's wearing a long, old black trench coat, has longish black hair that's starting to gray, go silver, hazel eyes, and hat pulled over his eyes as he just kind of looks everybody over. And whoop, not that one.
By the way, are you guys picking up my chips on the mic? I can mute myself if that's a problem.
Yeah,
A bit, but it's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right. But he kind of looks you all over and is just kind of shaking his head a little bit. Well, this is what we get for bringing newbies in for an investigation. Look, y'all want to keep your mouth shut, not yell like that. Things are a bit, well, it's a bit redundant to say crazy in a crazy house, but yelling like that's going to attract trouble.
And what role do you serve here at the asylum? As I put down, not even like trying to lower my voice.
I ain't a member of the asylum. I'm an investigator, a detective.
I immediately write the note, lack security.
I'm investigating a series of cases and disappearances. So again, yelling like that, especially if it's unwanted people around here, might make you disappear. Keep your voice down, boy.
I am an extremely important personage from the British Consortium of Psychology. If I were to disappear, this place would be shut down and possibly burned down, considering the
How about I put it to you this way? There's a number of people here that are, let's say, influential guests. High end people like yourself who've been admitted for various reasons. People who, if they disappeared, would cause the same sort of ruckus. And guess what? They've disappeared.
Lyra,
Nope, go ahead.
Lyra's gonna be. She's moving towards that book that you mentioned. And she's gonna casually open that and start looking through it. But as she's doing that, she's hearing the mention of disappearances. And is gonna
And
be, and is specifically like disappearances. People have been coming up missing.
And
precisely.
is this purely a bookkeeping error? I need to know so of which staff to retain when the consortium takes this place over.
He kind of chuckles at that, but also I'm rolled a persuade, 19 when my persuade is 30. I don't know how that affects the group. And give me a second.
I'm not sure how player versus player,
I don't know either.
like what I would roll to believe or doubt him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't
this
really have that in
the
this.
system
But
doesn't really have an insight, so it's kind of just up to you guys
I'm
how you
I'm
think.
I'm again going to haughtily harumph.
Haughtily harumph.
I mean, Lenora believes him.
Look, one of the
Okay.
people I'm investigating is Oliver Powell's disappearance. His daughter is looking into his disappearance because, well, he's a
Will I
rich
have heard?
man.
Will my company have heard of disappearances?
I think you kind of there's like the big thing about Stillwater is like you go there, you don't leave. But it's kind of just assumed that it's like, your average asylum bullshit that people just die because they're
No,
crazy.
it's
And
okay. I just put down rumors of disappearances, not to be taken seriously because it's a mental institution. Of course, people are going to go and not be allowed to. And
uh
I'm mumbling this under my breath as I'm writing it down.
Kind of raise a brow at him.
uh
Absolutely wonderful to see the complete disregard for people's lives. Wonderful gentleman. And I'll slip inside past him and go straight for any books that I can find.
I
Liquor.
immediately like dodge to the side, like almost cat-like, so as not to be touched.
um
Like if he's trying to shoulder past me, I like dodge so not to be touched at
Can
all.
can I run a psychology to try to see why he's so twitchy?
uh I'd say yes, but disadvantage because you don't know this guy and he's British, so they're all just kind of weird.
Ouch. So that's a 9 for the first roll, and that's a 000 for the second roll.
Wow.
Fuck you.
That's
Uh yeah, what does
so
she glean
can
from Cecil? Cecil.
So you notice that Cecil #1 has not taken off his gloves. You notice that he is touching nothing in the room that he doesn't absolutely have to, and that oh, we lost.
Oh yeah,
You
her
okay, Becca?
She's back.
Discord just closed. She's back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So you notice that he has touched absolutely nothing in the room. He will not sit, he will not touch a desk or lean against a wall. He is purely standing, and he is like it's almost like he's closed in on himself to be as unlikely to touch anything. And as you try to shoulder past him, he like officially dodges out of the way so as not to be touched by you. He also is wearing pristine white gloves, and his eyes, very kind of rat-like, just look at every corner of the room to like take in everything around him, as he's looking for something to try and reach out and This looks like a very paranoid individual, and you get the feeling that you just get the sense that number one, he doesn't like to be touched. Number two, he is very disturbed because this does not look like a clean place from how you described it, right?
It is not.
He seems very, very uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable.
He'll kind of chuckle a bit. Oh, this was not the place to come to if you're wanting to stay clean, good friend.
Okay.
And then, go ahead.
So,
By the
one
way,
of the
giving you guys forewarning, I have under an hour left.
I know. I'm trying to get there.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
Jack, you're going to the bookshelves. None of the books have been touched in a very long time. There's a very thick layer of dust over all of them. So you may peruse, but you don't get the sense that any of them are
I'm
beneficial.
If I may, I'm specifically to help with my investigation looking for that ledger that you've mentioned.
Yeah, that's just sitting out on the desk. You can take it. Um, Lyra, you were looking through the book on the table. Are you paying attention to the bookmarks?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where she would have gone first because they were specifically marked.
Okay. So it's a book of Shakespeare sonnets because, um there are two of them specifically marked. Cannot find them in my notes. Um the first is sonnet 18 and the second is sonnet 65. And both of them kind of touch on like morality and how immortality might be like the first one is a guy talking about how he's never going to be remembered, and the poet is like, well, you're in a poem now, so everyone's going to remember you forever. And the second one is something similar like that, but that's like the only commonality between them is that they both talk about mortality. um
What was it? 18 and
65.
65.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's what you get. That's what you get. So Jack is going for the ledger, Cecil is harumphing. Lyra is looking at the book. What is Lenora doing?
Cecil is actively harumphing.
Um, Lenore's probably going to want to talk to Jack and say, sir, do you know what's going on right now?
As you ask that, there is. He changed your picture.
My
I love it.
character change picture, yeah.
Yeah. There is like this odd moment. All of you feel it, but you can't really describe what's wrong about it. It's almost like there's a pause, but you're all aware of the pause, and then everything around you starts to change. So, this place was already a bit of a shithole, but all of the power goes out. So, there's still visibility. It's not like midnight or anything, but it is raining outside, so it's very limited visibility. And like it's almost hard to notice because of how dingy this place already was, but it's like the wallpaper starts actively peeling up off the wall. And the air feels different. Like if Cecil didn't have his handkerchief over his nose still, I think he would definitely be covering immediately because it feels,
Oh yeah, I didn't have it actively over my nose, but now it's coming back straight to the nose.
yeah, it's like grimy almost. Um, what is everyone's power?
Power?
60.
50.
60, 50,
Mine is 60.
60,
50.
50. Okay, so Cecil and Lyra make just a basic power roll.
Ooh.
If
24.
it's double zeros, that's below 10, correct?
Correct.
So 4.
So you got a hard success. Lyra got you got extreme success. Lyra got a hard success.
Yep.
Where you just were is not the same place you are now. You can't describe what happened. You don't know how you got to whatever this new place is, but this isn't right. This isn't the world you know. This is someplace extra.
Being that I am a person who likes to root everything into explainable situations, I just write down notebook. Decrepitation of facilities rapid and onset. Mm,
You're in an entirely different plane of existence, and you're just like, this place fucking sucks.
yeah, pretty much. Like I'm unwilling to accept that I'm in a different place of existence.
What's it look
And
like now?
I'm
It's the same building, it's the same room, it's just very off, and it looks like it's aged like 100 more years.
Oh.
I'm Silent Hilling it. This is Silent Hill now.
oh yeah.
This is what happened. So I need to hold
I'm
on.
gonna turn off my 1920s music because
Yeah. Spooky
Get the
times.
music.
So you have this realization. Cecil's still harumphing.
that's just his natural state.
And you're all like looking at each other like, what the fuck just happened?
Uh,
And
I'd actually like to amend that for the what the fuck just happened. Look, Jack is just staring at the book, gripping it like super fucking tight.
anyone can make a psychology roll if they want. At
I'm
disadvantage because you don't know him, but
I'm definitely gonna look at him at this and start definitely make a psychology roll as this is odd behavior. Okay. That is over my psychology. I rolled a 46. My psychology is a 40.
okay. So on just a regular success, I'm gonna
Question: how
say
much luck would I need to spend in order to bring that? Because I only rolled 6 over.
then it would be 6 luck to spend. It's 1 point brings it down 1%. And it's meets it beats it. So
Honestly, my character doesn't care.
Fair.
so this guy just showed up. He says he's an investigator. He's looking into some disappearances, and he doesn't seem
Poppycock and bull hockey.
Right, but he got a 46 instead of a 40, so that means a
Yeah,
failure.
He
it's
spent
a
luck.
failure.
Oh,
No,
Or
I didn't.
he was
I
going
thought you
to.
meant over.
No,
Like
I
you want. Okay, never mind.
no, I rolled a 46 and my psychology is a 40, so I failed that check if I.
I got you. I misunderstood. Okay, disregard. Everything's fine. Jack's fine. So you're
He
all
is
like,
low. All I see, all I just look at Jack, and all I hear in my mind is low class, low class, low class.
so three of you are sharing this like very confused look. One of you is just like staring at a book, and off in the distance, there's just this ear-piercing scream. That was perfect. Oh my god.
That was perfect timing.
That that was great timing. I hope the OBS picks that up.
It did. Oh,
Awesome.
I am going to immediately leave the room to investigate that because if the services are lesser in here, I need to make a note of it for my financiers back in the British Isles.
I'll snap the book shut, looking at him going off, and then turn to the girls. I've been investigating this place long enough. You don't go anywhere alone. Come on.
Lyra's just gonna shut the book. She's gonna keep it because it's like a grounded in reality thing. She was holding it when that happened. So
Are you last to leave the room?
it's either me or Lenora, probably.
Probably Lenora would be last.
Okay. I will go ahead and ask you for an idea roll.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Becca, I'm holding on to the ledger.
Okay.
For your guys' reference, an idea roll is an intelligence roll.
Yeah, it's the same
Okay.
concept as asking the DM for an idea
On-
in battle.
Yeah, on my sheet it actually says idea under intelligence.
Yep. I did not succeed.
Would you like to push sanity to 60? Or
So I
you
could
can't push.
push.
I guess you could. You can ask to re-roll to push, but then you need a hard success after that. If it's something that would have a negative consequence anyway,
Oh,
the
shit's
negative
going
consequence
off.
worsens. It is, isn't it? I didn't listen to all of these all the way through.
I don't think you need a hard success. It's if you fail, it automatically becomes a fumble.
Oh, okay.
So it's just another chance, but why not? She'll just kind of
My mouse just died.
look at the book and like scan the bookmark pages again, and just kind of. I got a 5. An
I
extreme
love how
success.
I love how we're in a sanatorium and the background music has like electrical Jacob's ladder sounds to it.
This is what happens when you don't listen to your music all the way.
Alright, it works.
It does.
I'm fine
So-
with it.
With an extreme success, Lyra, even though you are not the last to leave the room, the fact that this is the only book not on a shelf that is not medically relevant, and the fact that there are 2 pages tied to something with a specific number, and given your hobbies of choice,
Uh-huh.
I think you can get the sense that there's something significant about these bookmarked pages and something significant about this room, maybe even relating to the mysterious non-matching floorboard.
That's exactly where my brain went. So I think she's gonna stop, which in turn would stop Lenora behind her, and she's gonna just kind of turn, give another polite smile. She's trying to keep up appearance, even though shit's fucked. And she's going to be like, "Excuse me, I want to check something I saw." And
Jack.
she's gonna immediately go around and, I guess, unladylike, but she's gonna dive under and see what she can find.
Okay.
Jack will stop and turn to watch, frowning a little bit. He'll glance towards where Cecil went.
Cecil.
Cecil.
Is anyone continuing to follow Cecil?
I don't. Give me a second.
Or is anyone just going off on their own? Like, that's totally fine.
Lenore's just at the door frame at this point.
I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom right quick.
Okay.
Like, Becca, I mean, you John did say he's gonna have to go in 40 minutes.
I know, I'm working up to something.
We're getting there.
But at the same time, again, Jack's been here just long enough to know not to go anywhere alone.
It's horror movie logic. The guy needs to leave, and well, if something bad happens, something bad happens.
Okay.
Hold on.
So, Molly, what do you think Lenora would do? Is she staying to watch Lyra? Is she going after Cecil?
She attempted to go after Cecil, but she's really at the door frame watching Lyra.
Okay.
Jack will kind of put his hand, like, not quite touching, but boundaries. But he'll hold a hand out to her and say to both of them quietly, "You two stay here. I'm gonna go try and gather our wayward gentleman.
Okay.
But this should be a secure place to find you. Don't go wandering off, not when things are like this.
Lenore will say, "Just tell me what's happening."
I don't quite understand it. Again, I'm still in the process of investigating what the hell is going on. And, well, honestly, the first couple of times this happened, I thought I was going a bit crazy. But given that you guys are reacting the same, seeing the same, it seems, well, I'm a detective, and I'm not going to back down just because of a little bit of spooky shit.
That's wise, thank you.
Again,
Okay.
stay here, be prepped to close the door. The desk should be wide enough to hide under if you two need to.
Okay.
And if, hold on.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm asking Becca something real quick.
What'd I miss?
Not much. I'm telling the girls to stay behind in the office, and I'm gonna try to catch up to your ass. Hold on.
I do love that I have 1920s music going on mixed with what's going on with your music, so it's really eerie together.
Okay. He'll pause and frown a little bit, turning back to the girls before he follows after. I've overheard a couple of patients say something about eyes. If you start seeing any again, hide, keep quiet. Likely, it might be a good idea to close your eyes.
Okay.
Did you catch that, young lady?
Uh, if you're talking to Lyra, she is going to work on whatever she found.
So,
Uh,
Cecil,
Yep.
you are trucking along. Um, the asylum isn't abandoned, obviously. They can house up to 200 inmates. You know that. Just like trying to buy the place, you know that.
Yeah.
It's oddly empty. There's no staff anywhere as you're going along. Where the fuck are my maps? Right here. Okay.
I'm taking this all in as it goes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have time to write notes because I'm investigating what's going on, but I am clearly logging all of this in my head.
So to the best of your estimation, the scream was pretty far away, but definitely on this floor. I'm gonna say you beeline straight to the patient lounge / music room. Um,
Let me look at the map real quick.
it is the top left wing.
Okay.
So
Do I see anything
you,
in the cafeteria on the way or anything?
it's just empty. There's some trays with food still sitting out, which you did get here around like lunchtime. So the fact that the food is still out and no one's eating it might strike you as a little unusual, or it might just strike you as a major health hazard.
Yeah, that's more the point. Like health hazard, unhygienic cleaning practices.
You just trucking along, just taking notes like this place is disgusting.
Like these are all mental notes at this point that I am just like writing down later in my head.
So, you get to the music room and you bust in, and it's a pretty nice room. If no, it could be if you weren't in wherever this place is, and if it weren't this asylum that apparently doesn't clean ever. Um, there's a piano that probably doesn't work. There's a Vitrola in the far corner that it's got just a scratching record on it. It's not playing anything. It's just that weird, like muffled scratching noise just filling the room. And there's
I
like
love the
couches and
piano
shit.
version of Hall the Mountain King going on right now. That's awesome.
um, you can see on there's like a pair of couches that are facing each other in the middle of the room. You walk around, and the couch that had its back to the door, there's something there, and it takes you a long second to realize that, oh, this was a person. It's not person sized anymore. It's just flesh that has been grayed and dried and almost desiccated. It reminds you of mummies, which 100 years ago everyone was eating mummies, so like that's not too far-fetched for you to know what that looks like.
I immediately like aghast stand back, like clutching my handkerchief to my mouth, like what the what in the
And
blazes?
what strikes you as exceptionally odd is the body is completely drained of everything, but there's fresh blood on the couch and the floor. And I want you to roll a sanity check.
Yep. Alright. So what exactly is sanity?
What is sanity?
Shoot, I should know
I
this.
just love I love in this game where that's the main thing. You're like, wait, what is
Oh,
sanity?
your sanity score is just whatever your max
Uh,
sanity is. That's what you're trying to beat.
Oh, like I'm trying to roll under that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my max sanity is 60. I rolled a 28, so I got under it.
It's me, CJ, the voice you have got playing. Go back to the story of Lucille, Scott, and
Well,
Rosalind.
Does that mean he doesn't get a vision?
Scene.
That's what I'm double checking.
Add a percentile dice and get results equal
I
to
can't
or
remember what
equal their
happens.
sanity
It
points.
didn't occur to me that you
Sanity
guys would
loss is
succeed your sanity.
Scott was defeated with 50 sanity points, but since he had lost
No
6
plan
points,
survives contact with the
that is
enemy.
his new target now. As your investigator loses more growing for Rosalind wasn't as lucky.
I just
Due
love
to
the
the
fact that
closeness of
you're
this
like, this clearly insane thing is happening, and I see it, and then immediately look around like, this is quite the subpar music room.
Was this per our conversation we had about disadvantage? Would this fall under that?
I don't remember, but I'm gonna say yes.
So roll again.
Based on his character.
No,
No. Okay.
he's not.
Fair.
That was a very specific thing that
Okay.
worked out. I am going to be an asshole and force it though. You're standing here taking this in, and you don't immediately like lose your shit, and then you hear something hit. No, you feel something hit your bowler hat, and there's just this gooey, viscous liquid just falls right in front of your face.
Ah!
And the gasp, you take in a lot of the dirty air, like unwillingly, like you can't help it.
I am now
And
bending over in slight fetal position as I'm trying to, like, shit's going wrong for me.
um okay, how was I gonna do this? So roll a d still no wait.
Like, I know you rolled success on your sanity, but I reject your reality and substitute my own.
My own. Yep.
Someone has to leave in 30 minutes, so I'm trying to give you the
Yeah.
whole experience.
Yeah, no problem. I'm all for it.
Call of Cthulhu is a brutal game too, so.
Yeah, like I fully don't intend for any of you to survive.
Oh, dude. So, I'm making Cecil difficult so the asshole always dies first in the horror movie. Like
Odds or
I
even.
am Kevin Bacon in the original Friday the 13th.
I love it. Odds
Love
or
it.
evens.
I'll go with evens.
That is an odd.
I love
Okay,
that I keep like fucking with your shit.
roll 1d8, and that is going to that's going to be how many sanity points you lose from this. And sanity points are not regained. I'm just going to announce that
Alright.
now. It's permanent loss.
2.
2. Okay, so you lose 2 points forever. And you're fucking reeling from whatever just happened. There's so much in this moment that has Cecil just like, and I'm gonna say you run for the door,
Okay.
and you get through, and you burst through, and you're
Probably run
in.
back into Jack by now.
I'm gonna say no, because you burst through, and you are in your foyer in your house.
Okay.
And you look around, and like that definitely just happened. But you turn back, and the door is just your front door. There's just your home street just chilling out in the backyard.
Now,
So
looking at this would this be my house in current time, or would this be my house in the past, like when I was a child?
current time.
Okay.
So
I see all the I I see all the mail gathered on the floor that I have ignored because I've I have actively kind of stayed away from my own house because my father's there,
Mm-hmm.
and I find any excuse I can to stay at work or to be working so as to avoid being around my father and being around his sickness.
Mm-hmm. So you take a breath and you're like, wow, okay, I'm home. And like you got the fireplace going and it's nice and gentle. And like you kind of relax for a second and you just kind of just breathe. And then you hear the tinkling of the bell and you wait for it to stop because you wait for the nurse to have gone to answer it, but it doesn't stop. It just keeps tinkling, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. And after a minute or two, you just hear the strained, garbled voice of your father just yelling, "Boy!" but in a British accent.
That, but British.
I just so if anybody could view me, you saw Cecil as very much like taking charge, taking command, like freaking being Brush. This is he has been zapped back to afraid child at the sound of this voice, and he immediately goes forward and he's like, "Yes, Papa."
So you go into the room that has become your father's and you open the door and you're greeted by the familiar must of bedridden old age and just rot. And I think you have to suppress a gag because it's bad.
Oh, I can't suppress the gag.
Okay. um, I lost my spot. Um, so your dad is laying in his massive, absurdly expensive bed that takes up the majority of this room, and he looks so tiny in it just by comparison because it's just so fucking big and over the top. And he's just sitting there
And
just
this man who
tinkling
is
the
so
bell.
domineering in my younger age is probably wasted away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's looking right at you, just tinkling the bell, waiting for you to like attend to him or whatever.
Yes, Papa.
Uh, and since his incident, since his stroke, he doesn't have a strong vocabulary. He can barely
Yeah,
talk. Um, he just points to the window, and you can gather that he just wants the window open. Easy peasy.
but there are germs and sickness out there, Father. Uh, you don't want your condition to worsen, do you?
The smell. And you can gather that he has soiled himself. And for some reason, there's no nurse right now. So,
I'm going to fire that bitch. As I go to the window and attempt to open it.
so, um,
By
you
the way,
go to.
this is my character's personal hell.
It's intentional.
I'm letting the rest of the players know.
You go to open the window and you get it pushed out, and you feel someone standing right behind you, like this close to you. You can feel just cold, heavy breath against the back of your neck. And your dad, who doesn't look any different, he's still recently stroked, bedridden, skin and bones, tiny as hell. He's gonna grab you and turn you with the strength that he had when you were a kid. And he's
I
gonna.
I am completely locking up
Mhm.
as I am now back into scared child mode.
He's going to with extreme clarity and precision of language befitting him in his heyday, he'll say, in a British accent, I should have killed you when I had the chance, boy. Just look at you. Look at what you've become. So dense you don't even see it, do you? Disgraceful. And he's going to turn and stand you in front of the mirror that sits above your father's dresser. And you're a boy again. You're young. You're like maybe 10 years old. But
Probably have soiled myself out of fear or something.
probably. Um, but where your eyes should be is a pair of like watch faces. And you can
Nice.
like look. Hmm.
I was saying nice.
Yeah. Um, the one on the one side doesn't have an hour hand. It just simply points the minutes to 18, and the second points to 6:05. Um, so he's looking at you, and in the reflection, he's like how he used to be compared to you, and he just goes in a British accent, "Are you proud of your reflection, boy?" And then he just fucking shoves you out the window. Just full on, just yeets you out the window.
Yeet.
Mm,
And there's a bush below, so you're not like hurt or anything, and you just get winded a little bit. But there was rain when you opened the window, and as you're laying there, you realize that it's not water. It's blood and
I,
maggots.
I'm immediately trying to brush it off,
And
and
it
now I am screaming.
and it picks up so hard that Cecil can barely see even an inch in front of his face. It's just a torrential downpour of just blood and maggots, and you can't see and you can't breathe and you can't hear, and then you blink and you're totally fine. You're back in the asylum in the hallway right outside the music room, and you're so confused, and you're like, okay, well, something just happened, but it was just a vision, right? And you look down at your hands and they are covered with quickly drying sticky blood.
I immediately move the gloves.
I'm gonna say Jack approaches now.
Like,
As you approach, I immediately stick
quietly.
out my cane and the sword comes out.
Give me a sec. I'm approaching stealthily.
Roll a spot hidden, Johnny.
Okay.
My stealth. That is a 37 when my stealth is an 80, so 40, so a hard success?
Your stealth is a 40 and you got a...
Oh,
37.
yeah, she beat me. My spot hidden was 98. I'm,
Oof.
You can
uh,
push that if you want.
you know what? I have so little time, I will push that. I'll probably use up all of my luck.
Well, so push allows you to re-roll, but if you
Oh, it
fail
does?
again, it's a worse negative.
Yes. Totally. And I actually made it. 57, regular success.
57 regular to my hard.
Yeah, it's versus the number, not the difficulty level. So you still don't see it.
Yeah, I'm
So
still trapped in, like, having a panic attack type thing.
Oh, John, the
Hmm?
next thing you know as you're breathing so heavily is a wire around your neck. Garrett, as I pull it tight. Niet petit imbecile.
you may attempt to fight back if you wish, Johnny.
I'm attempting to fight back as I have my cane in the crook of my shoulder and I'm going to try and stab it in its foot.
I'm also going to roll my fighting brawl. which is a 7.
Jesus. Okay.
Well,
And
you already got the attack, so you're dealing the damage to him directly.
okay, so that was since
I
it's a
got
hard
a
uh,
35, which is a regular success.
Okay. So you can deal damage to Jack.
Actually, okay, I didn't see him coming, so you already got. Alright.
yeah.
So you take 6 points of damage.
Ditto, you take 6 as well. And I'll kind of grunt softly, but I'm tightening my hold.
I think that's probably major wound territory, depending on how
Yeah,
you.
what are your guys' max HP?
Mine's
12.
10.
10. Okay.
That's half of both at least.
So both of you have a major wound.
Hmm.
I don't remember what that does.
I will.
He's just stabbing down with the butt of his cane, or did he pull the sword? Because I grabbed
I
him in
pulled the
time.
sword because you're attacking me, and I also pointed out in a private message to Becca that I can have the point come out of the bottom of my cane.
Yeah. So because
Clever.
both of you suffered a major wound, you are both automatically knocked prone.
Hey everyone, welcome to
So
So-
I'm released from the garret.
Can I fight to pull him, like, as we're falling to keep hold of him?
I'm gonna say make what's a concentration check in 5e? Is that Constitution?
Yeah, that's Constitution.
Make a con roll. I'm gonna say at probably disadvantage because he just fucked your foot up.
Yeah. Hold on. That's still a success. 32.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
It was a
I
30 and
failed.
a 32.
Okay. So you're both on the ground. Jack still has the piano wire around Cecil's throat.
Trying to
You know
just.
what's?
and has to make constitution roll. If he fails,
Mhm.
I
he
am.
would be knocked unconscious.
Let's see.
I'm gonna ask you something, Johnny.
Yeah.
Would you like to have Cecil survive?
Honestly, for a one shot, and because I don't think I could keep up playing this asshole on a regular basis if we decide to make this more of a campaign, uh, probably not.
Okay. Then I will not interfere.
So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna attempt a headbutt, like back headbutt.
Okay.
So
That
that'd be a
is
brawl.
yes.
I'm gonna try to just kind of shift and pull the wire a little tighter.
Okay.
That is
So
a.
if it's a fighting brawl, then untrained, I have to roll under a 25.
Yes.
And I rolled a 33 when my fighting brawl is 65.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What? Okay. Cecil has 4 hit points left. What's the damage Jack does?
2 plus 2.
Mhm.
What goes through Cecil's mind as Jack chokes the life out of him?
This is going down negatively in the inspection. Homicidal stuff. And then I die.
God, he was so good at his job.
I know. The dedication.
Like, what an outstanding employee, really.
You don't pay him enough.
Don't. Yeah.
Well, now you guys have to deal with the murder.
It's okay. Lenora has no clue. She trusts him fully.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yep, yep. Which is hilarious because Cecil, if he had gotten a sword cane fully out and seen you coming, he would have been a hard fight to do.
Yeah.
because he had
He had
some
a full
really good.
sword.
He had a full cane sword. Yes,
Oh,
his
cane
cane
sword.
was
Okay.
a sword.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I had the full ability to just take it out and fuck some shit up because I had a high dodge, high sword, all of that. But
Okay.
you got the drop on me, and it worked out in your favor. I'm surprised I wasn't able. Well, no, because I didn't see it coming.
Nope.
See him coming. I would have said probably should have got a dodge roll for that or something, but it's whatever.
Bad.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm already dreaming of what my next character is going to be.
nice. But
Okay. Just for mechanical information for you, Candace,
hmm
as you have a major wound,
At
you
least I got a major wound on
It
the
is now
fucker.
his turn.
yeah.
He attacks the countess with
um
fourth and extreme
within an
success.
hour you need to apply first aid, but first aid is only capable of giving you 1 HP back.
yeah.
Um I will say you've been here long enough. There are first aid kits in various places that have the potential to do, I'm going to say, 1d3 of healing. So, but
Yeah.
as it stands, you have a giant hole in your foot and you're bleeding profusely.
Alright, this
And an
session is
investigator's
being
dead.
recorded, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and log off and get ready for work. I've really enjoyed this. Sorry if I stole some of the show with my characterization,
Oh, no,
It
it's
was
fine.
wonderful.
but
It
We
was
loved it.
wonderful.
this this is great. I'm glad to be the first sacrificial lamb. And like, thank you for giving me a personalized horror dream before I died.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Oh, this was great. I want to play again.
I hope
Oh, boy.
the murder hobo came as a surprise.
It was surprising. I don't even.
Yeah.
I I'm glad I got to not only have the dad dream, which probably freaked some of you out, because I made his backstory so goddamn tragic. Like
As
his dad
always, you can
literally taught him that making a mess of any kind, especially biological messes, is a sin. And so that's why he was heavy germaphobe. But uh yeah, he relied so much on his job, and that was his sense of self because he could not have a personal life. And so
It was
he
devastating.
his personal life was fucked. But yeah, this was fun. That was great.
I'm glad.
God, he had some really good stats too.
I know.
He would have really helped in figuring this shit out because he had high education and intelligence.
Y'all are
Y-
fucked
uh,
now.
yes. Well, Lenore's smart, but she's probably gonna die very soon.
I
Like my
mean,
guy had
She's
80
weak.
education. My guy had 80 education and 60 intelligence.
That's
Mhm.
good.
80,
And
70 over here. We're not quite fucked.
well, except for the one that you have is just like, I'm going to kill everybody else.
No,
Goddamn homicide
no.
man.
That you proved your Cecil was an asshole. You became a target. The girls haven't
Mm,
become a target yet.
Yeah.
okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind playing asshole, but asshole doesn't come naturally to me. So it's kind of uncomfortable for me to play an asshole. That's why the last time I played an asshole, I got super fucked up because one of my players threatened to leave my game. I'm like, oh shit, did I go too far? But that's a whole different matter. We can discuss that later. You guys have fun. Uh, this was really great,
Glad to be
and
allowed to.
Oh God.
I, you know what?
Sorry.
I'm gonna wish Wyatt luck.
Oh, thank you.
Just
He didn't
Wyatt.
Just
specify
me.
what
I,
kind of luck. He did not specify what kind of luck.
It's fair.
You
I am.
get all of Johnny's remaining luck points.
You know what? Sure, I had 55.
Oh Jesus.
I have the room for that.
Uh, and I wish I can't wait to hear what other sanity effects happen. So I will talk to you guys later.
All
See ya.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
So, first things first, Becca, seeing the desiccated body, I'm going to position uh, Cecil's body as if the desiccated body had been the one to choke him out, and just kind of hobble my way as quickly as possible after setting the scene to the nearest medical kit so I can heal myself up heal myself up with one of those kits.
Okay. Make an intelligence roll to see if you can figure out where one would be.
Sure. Let's see again. My intelligence is a 70, and I rolled a 44, so that's a success, but not a hard success.
Okay. You can gather there's probably one in the kitchen.
Okay. Again, trying to keep it stealthy as possible, heading that way.
Yeah. I'll say you get there and it's on the wall. Like it's not hard to find. So you can go about getting that working. Just roll.
A d6, since you said it's a
Well, yeah,
1d3
it's yeah.
equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sweet,
And
that's a 6.
I'm going to switch back to Lyra.
Yep.
So where did I leave with you?
I had dove under to investigate the odd floorboard.
Okay. All right. So it takes a bit of doing, but you can kind of like pop the floorboard up and like a whole hatch just fucking pops up. It's not like person sized or anything, but beneath the hatch is a safe. And on the safe, there is a 4-digit combination.
She, as I collected that there's a pair of numbers there, just gonna glance at the bookmarks real fast, and then punch in 1865.
Yeah, that was too easy. So it pops open. I don't know why I thought that was going to be like a struggle to figure out.
How did he get that?
The bookmarks
Yeah.
in the book
Oh.
were sonnet 18 and 65.
Oh, okay.
So
I spent too long reading the actual sonnets.
the safe pops open, and let me figure out where I wrote what the loot inside it was. So I'm good at my job. Okay. Firstly, you get just a waft of gunpowder, and looking at the back of the lock, you can like quickly figure out that if you had fucked this up too many times, there was like a mechanism inside that's basically like a match, and it would have just boofed the whole safe.
Ooh, okay.
So
Oh,
good
boy.
job finding the code.
Yeah.
Inside is a collection of letters and this weird piece of really fancy paper like vellum. And there's a pocket-sized notebook that just like skimming through it's packed. There is not a single white space in this notebook that is not filled with ink of some sort. If you were to even just try to skim the book, it would take you 2 hours to figure out what the gist of it says.
Okay.
The letters are addressed to Dr. Urbank from an LW. And the weird paper thing. Roll a d6.
4.
4. Where is that page? No whispers. Okay, 4.
Mhm.
This, it takes you like a hard minute to grasp what you're looking at. It's filled with Latin, which you have Latin as a language, don't you?
We talked about it. I don't remember if we ever actually decided if I did.
Okay. Well, it's filled with like it looks like Latin at least.
She'd probably know that it's Latin, even if she
Yeah.
didn't fully understand it.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of weird ass symbols and shit that are like written over it. This is a spell. I'm gonna say roll. I think I specifically said that language was not gonna be important in here.
Which is, I think, why I didn't end up taking it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say roll an education at disadvantage because you aren't proficient in Latin.
Okay. At disadvantage?
Mm,
Well, I got an 85 already, which is
not good.
not good, so no.
There is a chance you do have a psychology student in the room with you. She might know enough Latin to assist.
Okay, yes. So, I think, like, she has the other stuff, she would have, like, grabbed it, set it up on the desk, and then got this, and then, while trying to like, figure it out and not succeeding in doing so, like, stand up, like, reading it, and, Lenora, you would see her, like, heavily examining this thing.
Okay.
I will say roll a straight education check.
Okay. Instead of the language skill? Oh, education. Okay, I see.
You have Latin as a language?
No, I just selected language. I didn't select any language in particular.
Oh. If it's higher than your education, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Like a general
Actually,
skill.
let's do a straight education.
Okay.
4%.
Oh,
Hot diggity damn.
well.
Okay. It takes you
I
like a
understand
good
it.
it takes you a good like 10 minutes because you gotta like think like, okay, the root word of this means basically, this is a spell called Second Sight. And what you can gather from it is it's basically scrying in 5e. So just to throw out mechanics, it costs 8 magic points and 4 sanity points just to cast the spell. And you spend those points whether it passes or fails. It takes a minute to cast. The caster inscribes a sigil upon a mirror, which you guys have to find a mirror to do this, and will have to picture their target in their mind's eye. The target makes a power roll at disadvantage versus the caster's power roll with advantage. And if the caster succeeds, the mirror will shimmer and allow the caster to see through the target's eyes and hear through their ears as if they are there themselves for 5 minutes. So, and it is reusable. It's not a
Okay.
one-time use, but it costs a lot to do.
Okay, so she'll relay that information to Lyra and say, "God, I think the rumors are true about this fucking place."
I'm going to throw that in general just so.
Yeah, I've been here before. I things were weird that time too, but not as weird as they are now. If what you're telling me this does, and you can see the gears turning in her head, we need a mirror, right? There was
Yes,
there was one in the lobby behind the desk.
okay.
She just said that there were mirrors all over, but you're currently muted. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
She said there's mirrors all
Um,
over, like in the hallways and stuff. So, but
yeah. She's gonna say, well, like, have you visited your dad here?
he was here last time.
When was that? Was everything okay? Like,
Yeah, I mean everything was a little off, but nothing I wouldn't classify as not standard. And I think she's going to like look to the door and like they were told to stay, but her gears are turning. Why don't we go find something? I need to know. And she's gonna start heading for the door with this.
and Lenore will follow and say, do you want to look through Jack's eyes?
No, I don't. Whatever those boys are up to, I don't quite mind. My father's
Your
supposed to be
dad's
here.
eyes?
Yeah, and he's not on that list. I need to find out.
Okay. Okay, I'll go with you.
So yeah, she's gonna go find the nearest mirror thing. Just getting a smile from across the room.
I love you.
If I may, Becca, at this
Mhm.
point, can they hear me hobbling back, or are we saying this is happening at the same time?
Roll a luck check
Luck?
just to see.
Okay, I don't. Hold on. Luck.
If you succeed, yeah. If not, then I'll say that you're like 2 or 3 minutes behind.
Wait, how do I do a luck check?
It's literally your luck, your current luck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so roll under my luck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. It's 11 and my luck is 65.
Yeah. As you guys are like leaving, I'm gonna say you get to the mirror and then you hear Jack coming, just for like time consistency.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll hear me stop at the door and to the office like, girls? Damn it! Girls, where are you?
Lenora will say, we're over here.
Told you to stay put.
Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but I need to find out.
What's going on is people have already died. Cecil's gone.
Did you find him?
Some desiccated corpse had choked him out.
A corpse? A corpse had killed him.
I told you things have been getting strange, and this corpse isn't a normal corpse. Mummified. Things. Again, I thought I was imagining things the first time it happened, but things move.
I find that hard to believe there, but regardless, I have my own business to attend to here, and I intend to see it through. So, if you'll excuse
Does he have
me.
any blood on him?
Only on my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to your foot?
Cecil apparently had, excuse me, a sword cane, I guess. I ended up stepping on the damn thing.
The I don't know if I want to go any further in this place. Let's just see what your dad sees, and I may leave. I don't know.
See what your dad sees? What are you two talking about?
And then she'll hastily say, "I'm talking to Lyra."
Never you mind.
Understand that, but what do you mean see what your dad sees?
You just keep an eye out. If there's some weird things going on here, you let us know. And she's gonna turn to the mirror and start doing this.
Okay.
So it costs 8 magic
8
points.
magic points and 3 sanity.
8 and oh, I chose a terrible pencil. Wow. These are all
Jack
terrible.
is gonna let out a small sigh at that, and Lenore's going to see him. openly pulling out a combat knife, an old military blade, as he's turning to keep guard.
Sorry, it's in here.
Oh,
3 sanity. Okay. Okay. So I need to roll a powered advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and Becca, I'm marking my wire out of my inventory.
On the
Since I
off
left it
chance.
behind.
Okay.
On the off chance I roll better than this, I'm going to, but I rolled 3.
Jesus.
In case I no, okay. So 3.
Okay. And who is your target?
Her father.
Okay. So you go through it all, and Lenora is helping you. She's like, no, it's not. It's pronounced like this. You know, you got to draw the sigil. Like, she's helping you, guiding you through it. And you take a step back, and you go through the weird ass, crazy incantation. And you put your hands on the mirror, and you're picturing your dad so hard in your vision. What do I want to happen?
Oh boy.
like I'm half expecting her to just see blackness because he's dead.
Roll.
Oh
Roll.
boy.
Make a roll.
Make
Just a roll.
just a roll, just a
Just a
percentage.
roll. Yes.
Okay.
No, make it a luck roll.
Okay. Real bad.
Real
I got
bad.
77.
Okay. So you're picturing your father, and you're going through this spell, and you're trying so hard, and then it like, you know, like when Fortnite, when you go through a toilet tunnel and it's like whoosh and
Oh,
then you
yeah,
just
yeah.
pop out.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a tunnel, like a. Okay.
It's like that, and you're
Stargate SG-1.
you are in darkness. And as a proponent of this spell, you can't move or anything, period. It's not complete darkness. There is like a little stream of light coming through. You don't see anything, but you can hear so fucking faintly just someone talking. And it sounds medicalese from like just a general gist of it. It's a man and a woman talking about some kind of a study. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. That is a success. It's a normal success.
Normal success, okay. There's something that someone is studying that has an effect physiologically on the participants in this study. And from what you can very, very faintly hear, you get the impression that they're talking about death. So whatever they're studying is causing death in some way. But you don't recognize the voices.
Okay, that was my next thing. Was like, is it the doctor's voice or something? But no. Okay.
You don't recognize them.
Don't recognize it. Okay.
And that's all of it for the whole 5 minutes. Is they're so far away, so muffled, just talking about this thing happening. And like the only reason you caught the details you did is because of your success. So
Okay. So I would imagine she's kind of like glazed and glossed over.
Mhm.
And then she kind of snaps back out of it, and just kind of like shakes her head a little bit, and like, you know, it was a mental strain. And she just, he's alive. I don't know where, but he is. There was other people talking, so someone else is alive out there. I don't understand what's happening. Frankly, I'm inclined to get out of here. I've done my, as far as they care, duties.
Yeah, Lenore's gonna say I definitely don't want to continue on. I just need to know if the rumors are true. I'll relay this back to my peers. Jack, what are you gonna do?
One of our numbers is already dead. It's probably best to leave now while we can.
The question is, what do we do? Sure, we leave. Then what?
I mean, tell people what's going on here, so
Are they gonna believe what some people saw in an asylum, where things are already crazy?
they'll probably think we're mad, just like the rest of them.
And we'll get admitted ourselves.
Would want to pursue carefully. At the very least, with the ledger, I may be able to prove that people are going missing and get a deeper investigation going that way.
I don't
You
know
know,
what was
that-
on all those letters and stuff, but we should probably grab those. I left those on the desk.
I wouldn't advise going back. The door is right there.
How long have you been here, Jack?
I told you, I've been investigating things for about a month.
And you just leave every day and come back?
No, not leave every day. You saw that door was locked. I was able to break in. I've been slipping here and there in the shadows.
It's an awful long time. I know a thing or two, and even I would get caught that long.
It helps when you're, when you've got some streetwise, knowledge.
So you're gonna stay here then?
No, I finally got the ledger. Getting to it was the difficult part. He almost never leaves his office. So, I have what I need to start an in-depth investigation. And I'd rather not leave you two ladies here to have anything happen to you like what happened to that other gentleman.
Okay. I wish you luck. I'll bank on your success in the investigation. Because if I tell anybody, I think we're gonna be admitted.
Well then, good sir, would you mind leading the way?
Come along. Remember, stick close. In fact, do either of you have any rope?
I don't think that was something I intended on using here.
He's gonna kill us with the rope.
The reason I say it is maybe we need to stay tethered, but at the same time keep our hands free.
Wait, out of character, aren't we in the lobby?
You're like right behind the lobby.
I kind of misplaced where we were. Okay,
You're
so we're in
definitely
the...
still on the first floor, and it's not a massive building, so.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll look to the two girls and keep your hands together. Follow along. And he'll start toward the lobby carefully.
okay.
Can I, while we're following, can I roll a sleight of hand of something?
Unbelievable.
Against whom?
It would be a general perception.
Which is a what? We don't exactly have perception.
I know, that's the trick.
Spot hidden.
I'm
Spot
trying to
hidden.
get something off my person, but without them knowing.
Off your person?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, should I do spot hidden? Because that seems the closest thing to perception if somebody's doing a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna say with disadvantage, and
Yeah.
you would still need a hard success minimum.
Let's see. That is a 45 when my hard success is 37. And I'm going to push that with my luck. Or not push to roll again. I'm going to spend luck points to knock that down. So that's, I said 45? 45? Yeah, 45. So that would need 8 points. So.
Or
Hmm?
no, this would have to be like direct. You'd have to beat whatever she rolls.
Oh, okay.
I rolled
Yeah.
37, which is a success
Oh,
for me.
which 37 is my hard success.
Okay. You get seen.
He'll clock it and raise a brow at her, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay. I'm trying to think of it. You definitely see there's something in her hand. It's not. She's intentionally hiding it, but you know there's something in her hand.
He's raised again, like I said, he's just kind of raising a brow at her, but also just letting her be.
So, and if they like make eye contact at all, she just gives that same polite smile, and then I guess they're gonna trek on towards the door.
She's so
Yep.
bougie. I love it.
What is it for player knowledge? What was the item?
I'm sure it'll be relevant soon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh. Oh.
So y'all are just going for the front damn door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It is fully locked, and y'all can see it's barred from the outside.
No.
I knew it wasn't gonna be
I'll
easy.
kind of frown. I'll slip my hand into my pocket and real quick I'll try the skeleton key.
Nope.
Checking the windows.
Okay. It's an asylum. So you could break the glass, but the bars are so close together that it is physically impossible for anyone who's not like a 2-year-old to squeeze through them.
Yeah, so there's no way out of here
There's
unless
no way.
we can
Anything
knock those
around?
bars off, which is gonna be an impossible task.
Any bars or anything strong or sturdy that could be used as leverage to force the bars open if we break the glass.
No.
Leverage is
No.
what I'm thinking. And I'm gonna try to rack my mind. Wait, no. You already gave me the answer. I'm gonna try to rack my mind for the location of something. I'm sending you a message in a moment here. Message sent.
Yeah. So you guys are locked, at least into this room, if not the whole asylum.
Can I take a look at it? Because obviously we walked through when we came here.
Mhm.
Can I look for any sort of like mechanism, something that looks like it would like? Is there anything that looks like these would retract, or is this like somehow someone barred us in and they're just like they're there and there's no getting out?
The bars on the door?
Yeah.
They are literally like 3 massive beams that have been attached somehow to the exterior of the door, but you can't see specifically how they're attached.
Gotcha.
Like the doors themselves are paned glass. It's metal panes. So like you can see that the beams are they're like this big, and they seem to be solid, all 3 of them.
Okay.
Question.
Mhm.
Are the walls, is the aura of the place still fucked?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to examine the hinges of the door. I have a knife, and the wonderful thing about doors that old is that you can use a knife to basically flathead screwdriver the hinges.
The hinges are firstly on the outside. The doors open out, and
If the doors open outwards, then the hinges would be on the inside.
No, they would be. No, because the door, when it opens, covers
it
the
goes
hinges.
this way.
Never mind. I was being a dinderhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wouldn't matter anyway because they are closed over with metal boxes
Okay.
that are like welded to the door.
Well,
So for all intents and purposes, y'all are fucking stuck here.
we're not getting out this way, at least right now. Well, it appears we are not getting out this way. I would fancy a guess with all this newfangled thing they've been invented. There might be some way to remove those bars, but I don't know where we would find something that would do that.
We'd need to get the doors out of the way. Glass, easy enough to break, but that might draw attention. He'll kind of pull his hat down a little bit over his eyes. I've overheard some of the orderlies talk about a tunnel they use to travel through, get from here to the other town, but I don't know where that is, and trying to search for it might be a little dangerous.
Well, I don't fancy sticking around in one place for too long. So,
Lenora,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of hanging back a little bit, letting, the oddly sleuthy woman and the sketch guy
Yeah.
pour over this door looking for a way out.
Uh-huh.
You kind of just glance over your shoulder and hang on. Glance over your shoulder and you catch something odd with the mirror at the end of the hall. Not the one you cast the
Mhm.
spell in, but at the end of the
Mhm.
hall.
Okay.
That's it.
So she'll look at it fully.
You have to go down there. It's a ways away.
What the? But what's weird about it?
You see, I'm trying to think of how much you could see from where you are. There's something moving, but you can tell from your positioning that there's nothing in the hallway that is being reflected. There's something moving inside the mirror.
Okay. Honestly, she's not gonna go down there. She's gonna take note of it and just continue to stand there.
He's just like, oh nope, not doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say roll sanity check with advantage because you're not dumb enough to go look at it.
Okay. 49, and that is at advantage.
Okay. Is that a success?
I'm looking. Oh wow, my sanity's 50.
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
You're fine.
Fine.
Also,
It's fine.
I want to keep on playing, but can we make this a 2-shot? like,
Yeah, we can cut it here if you guys want.
okay, because like I really do love Halloween themed games and want to keep on playing, but like I can't tonight.
Okay.
Can we
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Wyatt works
Tomorrow's
tomorrow.
and
Yeah.
tomorrow's my actual anniversary, so I will be
Oh yeah, that's right.
It would
So
have to
Okay.
be like next Sunday.
I'm down for next Sunday. Also
I'm
gives me
down
a
for next
chance
Sunday.
to build a new character and potentially Eugene a chance to join in too.
True.
Yeah, that might be good.
So what do you
Okay.
two think of the well, your characters don't know, but what do you think of the reveal?
Cool.
I mean, it's fun, especially in stuff like this, where like people are doing sketchy shit and making sure that people don't
Yeah.
know.
You guys want to know more about my backstory or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No,
Okay,
no
okay,
cheating.
If we're
okay,
playing
okay,
again,
okay.
not yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I've got the ledger. That's what I wanted.
I'm gonna write this down. Sunday potentially playing.
Same time, 3 o'clock
Yeah,
or a
for
little
Johnny,
sooner.
it'd have to be.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, one shots usually become 2, 3, 4 shots.
Yeah.
Hey, it gives you more time to work on stuff.
Don't talk to me.
There's just a
And you did
sigh.
great. You did great. I think you have very high expectations of yourself, and you don't need to. We're just having fun.
Yeah, you did amazing. I especially liked the vision for
Yeah,
Cecil because that
that was cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that set things up perfectly for my stealth kill. Well, my attempted stealth kill. It didn't go entirely correct, but I'm
Well,
not majorly injured anymore since I'm only down 3 health points.
it was nice because he was singled out. It was like perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah, he went off on his own like a dunderhead in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
perfect.
he was just enough of an asshole to trigger my hunt.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, I look forward to part 2.
Yay.
Same.
Thank you. That was fun. Nice and
Thanks for-
Halloweeny.
Thanks for playing.
That was awesome. Thank you again.
All right. I'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
All right. Bye bye.
Becca, I did want to stick around for just a sec.
Okay. Go away.
Yeah, Wyatt, shoot.
Leave.
Ah!
Be gone.